Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. This is Taliesin McKnight, and today's subject is how to program your mind with the use of conscious auto-suggestion. The idea is that the mind could be programmed like a computer. Now, many people are familiar with hypnosis, hypnotherapy, that you could hypnotize someone to overcome bad habits or to boost their self-esteem, to make changes in their personality, so that hypnosis is often used. Now, this technique, conscious autosuggestion, is very similar to hypnosis. Now, in my next video, I will give a very simple method for self-hypnosis. So that's coming up in my next video. And yes, you can hypnotize yourself for success. So, conscious autosuggestion. The idea is that any kind of repeated thought programs your mind, any kind of a repeated thing. Now, before I get into this method, I would like to go into briefly the difference between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Your conscious mind is everything that you're consciously aware of. So it's everything that you're aware of right now. And your subconscious is everything in your mind that you're not consciously thinking of right now. So, for example, if you're having a conversation on the phone and you're talking about this and that and you're thinking about this and remembering that, all these things that you're consciously aware of at the moment, that is your conscious mind. Your subconscious is everything in your mind that you're not consciously aware of right now. If you're sweeping a floor and you're thinking about this and then you think about this and, oh, I'm going to go do this, everything that you're consciously aware of, this is your conscious mind. It is everything that is in your conscious awareness right now. So by conscious, it means aware. Your subconscious is everything that you're not aware of right now. For example, we all have memories of grade school, back in elementary school. We all have these memories, and when we're consciously remembering that, then it's in the conscious mind. But whenever you're thinking about something else or watching a movie, that memory is still there. It's just in the subconscious. So as you could imagine, the majority of our mind is in the subconscious, what we're not aware of right now. Most of your memories, if you're not remembering it right now, then it's in your subconscious. So this is the storehouse of your memory. When you go to remember something and you're thinking about it, then it's in your conscious mind. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is the self-image. The self-image is your self-concept. This is your concept of who you are. This is your personality. This is your self-image. And the idea, a lot of times mental programming is used to overcome bad habits, but sometimes it's used to make a change in the personality as well. It's used to change your self-concept of who you are and to make you become the person you want to be. Now, what is conscious autosuggestion? This method was developed by Emile Coué, who was a pharmacologist, and he gave out medicines and things like that, and he noticed that when he really praised a medicine, that it seemed to work better. And so the Coué method was to repeat over and over each morning and each night Every day in every way, I'm getting better and better and better. So conscious auto-suggestion is to repeat an affirmation and to repeat the statement over and over and over to program your mind. Now, this is similar in some ways with hypnosis. Very few people would argue that hypnosis doesn't work. Most people believe that hypnotherapy actually helps people. If you go see a hypnotist to overcome bad habits, things like that. But you could also hypnotize yourself. Now, this method is similar. In my next video, I'll give you a simple method for self-hypnosis. Today, it's conscious auto-suggestion. But the word hypnosis comes from the Greek word hypnos, which means sleep. And you get into a relaxed state of mind and you tell yourself over and over a suggestion. Conscious auto-suggestion, you just repeat a phrase over and over and over. The idea is that any kind of a repeated thought programs your mind. So for example, if you're trying to quit smoking, you could tell yourself over and over, I hate cigarettes, I hate cigarettes, I hate cigarettes. I hate cigarettes, I hate cigarettes, I hate cigarettes, I hate cigarettes, I hate cigarettes. And if you tell yourself this over and over and over, you're programming your mind. You're reprogramming yourself to where you hate cigarettes. Or whatever you're trying to do. Anything that you repeat over and over and over again is a way to reprogram yourself. In a sense, reprogramming your mind to what you want to be. Most people quit smoking by willpower. They throw a pack in the trash and say, I quit. This is simple, but they notice that it's hard. They're struggling with themselves. Why is it so hard to quit smoking? It's because they're programmed. That's part of their program, is smoking. That's part of their program. We're creatures of habit. Your daily routine is subconscious. That's your program. If you get up every morning and you brush your teeth, you do this, you read the paper, a lot of people do things the same way day after day after day. And that is their programming. When they try to break bad habits, it goes against their program, and so it's really hard to change. If someone is really bad with money, every time they get paid, they go and buy a bunch of clothes and junk, and then they don't have money to pay their bills. If they try to change themselves, they're going against their programming. So that's why we have such a hard struggle in trying to transform ourselves or change. But if you could reprogram yourself, then it becomes a lot easier. If you could tell yourself over and over, I'm good with money, I'm good with money, I'm good with money, I'm good with money. A penny saved is a penny earned, whatever. Telling yourself this over and over and believing it. You have to have faith in it and accepting it. If consciously you're thinking, yeah, right. If you're rejecting it, then it's going to be hard to program yourself. But if you could somehow convince yourself that it's the truth, if you could convince yourself that it's true when you say it, then you are accepting the program. And that's sort of how hypnosis works. You tell someone a suggestion, you are good with money, you are good with money. And their mind accepts that program. When they come out of hypnosis, they're good with money. Or that's instilled into their program. And so that's how that works. So any phrase that you repeat over and over and over, this is your affirmation. You could tell yourself over and over, I'm popular, I'm popular, I'm popular. If you're suffering with depression, you tell yourself over and over, I'm happy, I'm happy. If you're depressed a lot, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy. Now, you could be thinking to yourself, yeah, right. And that's going to make it difficult. You have to somehow bring yourself to believe, to accept the program. And that's how that works. Anything that's repeated over and over and over is used to reprogram yourself. Now, a lot of us have negative programming, bad programming. Things about ourselves that we don't want to be there. You could program yourself out of it. This is just a way to make it easier. Now, so if you want to use this to program your mind, then you'll get a pen and paper, and whatever you're trying to program, you will write down a phrase, a statement. And then you may repeat this to yourself 30 times when you wake up in the morning, 30 times when you go to bed. Repeat it over and over and over. And whenever you think the opposite, you reaffirm your new programming. And you're, in a sense, reprogramming your mind. Now, the mirror technique, and that's conscious autosuggestion, the use of affirmations to reprogram your mind. Like a computer, your mind could be programmed. In fact, it already is programmed. You're just reprogramming. You're changing the program of who you are, your habits, things like that. Who you are, your self-concept, your self-image, your personality, your habits, good and bad habits. These are all your program. But you could be the person you want to be. You could have the habits you want to have if you simply reprogram yourself. Now, the mirror technique, a lot of people like to look into a mirror. Now, I'm not saying whether this works or not, but a lot of people use this method. They'll get into a mirror and they'll look into their eyes. And then they repeat their affirmation. If they've been depressed, they may say, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy. And somehow looking at their own eyes in the mirror is a way, in a sense, to hypnotize themselves, to tell themselves over and over and over. And your subconscious doesn't really differentiate truth from lies. Consciously, you analyze information and say, this is true, this is false. Subconsciously, you accept whatever input, okay? So if you tell yourself, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, and you accept it, then your subconscious will accept this and you'll start having a positive emotion. So the mirror technique is to look into a mirror into your own eyes and repeat it over and over and over and over. Okay? So if you're working on yourself to lose weight, to overcome bad habits, let's say that you're not comfortable talking to girls or to the opposite sex or whatever. This could be used to gain confidence so that you could be a suave, smooth-talking person you want to be to attract someone into your life. In business, they say think big, and you are big. If you're going to go do a sales presentation, a job interview, things like that, your self-image is important. Now, your self-image, your self-concept is revealed through body language. A lot of our communication is actually subconscious. Our body language is a lot of our communication. So if you have social anxiety and you go into a social gathering, people can pick up on that, on your anxiety through your body language. Subconsciously, who you really are subconsciously comes out in body language. If you reprogram your self-image, then your body language changes. You appear confident, successful. You appear to be popular, a smooth talker. You appear to be suave, whatever. So you can get that job interview, have more friends, attract a good mate, have better romance, success, better relationships, everything. You change your self-image. You change your programming so that you could be the person you want to be simply by repeating the affirmation. You're changing your personality, your self-concept. Now, this has its limits. If you tell yourself over and over, I'm popular, I'm popular, I'm popular, you may be more confident and you radiate it, but if you really suck with people, then you're going to have to develop social skills. You can't just say, I'm popular, I'm popular. You'll be confident and successful until you open your mouth. And when you say the wrong thing, people won't like you. So you actually have to work on yourself. It's not that simple. It's just reprogramming. But reprogramming helps you in the process of training. If you're not good with women, just being really confident is not going to help you. It'll help, but it won't just change the situation. You could come off really suave and confident, and then you say the wrong thing and you get slapped in the face. So you actually have to work on yourself. Now, this is very similar to hypnosis. An affirmation is just something you repeat over and over and over. I'm popular, I'm popular, I'm popular, I'm popular. If you've been suffering from depression, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy. You write this out and you repeat it over and over and over to program your mind. Like I said, some people look at their eyes in the mirror and repeat it over and over and over. Okay? The difference between this and hypnosis is in hypnosis, you are in a relaxed state of mind that's more receptive. The word hypnosis comes from the Greek word hypnos, which means sleep. Through induction, you're in a relaxed state, and then you repeat it. You're just simply more receptive. So conscious autosuggestion, you're wide awake in your normal state of mind, and you repeat it over and over. In my next video, I will get into how to do self-hypnosis. So yes, you can hypnotize yourself. Now, one thing I wanted to mention. Skeptics usually believe in this, but skeptics put a definite limit on this. Okay, you could change your self-image, quit smoking, that's great. But that's about it. Now, some people go into this whole new age, thought equals reality, positive thinking, the world changes. So some people actually think if you program your subconscious that you're rich, that you can get rich. If you believe that you're healed, then your disease goes away. So some people take this into this whole thought equals reality, that whatever your subconscious thinks happens in the world. Skeptics put a little limit there, For example, a crazy person may fully believe that they're the King of England, but they're not the King of England. You may fully believe, be fully programmed, that you can jump out a window and fly or walk through walls. But you notice the people in the mental hospital still bump into the walls. They still can't fly. So sometimes your own thoughts on reality do not equal reality. So there's that. So some people over here believe that thought equals reality, whatever you think happens. Some people over here are more skeptical. Yeah, quit smoking, do a better sales presentation, get a good lover, right? But, that whole thing. Now, I will get into that. I'm not saying whether it's real or not. You have to make your own make up your own mind. Always think for yourself. But I will be looking at this from all angles, and we'll also get into new thought theory and all of that. So in my next video, I will talk about self-hypnosis and how to hypnotize yourself. So that's coming up. Affirmations or autosuggestion is simply repeating a phrase over and over to program your mind. Now, a lot of people say that rap music is destroying our nation. And people are like, rap music? How the hell is music going to do anything? Or video games? Now, if you're listening to a song over and over and over, that does go into your subconscious. Now, I'm not saying that I agree either way, but it is based on a principle. So anyways, my next video, we will talk about how to do self-hypnosis. So that is coming up. Thank you for joining me. That is conscious autosuggestion, and hope y'all have a great day. See y'all next time.